guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well. It's good to see y'all. First year is done, guys. It's been a wild journey. It's been so good, and we're going to talk about it in this video, so let's get into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the first sort of bit of uni, like induction and what happened before placement, what you need to do and all that stuff. My induction was pretty good. So we came in on the first day, we met each other, we got our name badges done, we had a whole tour of the uni, you know, all the usual stuff that people do at uni, the induction week. The goodie bags, we got some free books as well, which was really good and helpful for anatomy and physiology. In the second week, yeah, we got straight into the content, got given our first assignment and everything. So yeah, I guess I would say with this course, they definitely throw you in. Like, there's no waiting around. Like, you've got to learn, you've got to do stuff, you're going to placement soon, so they waste no time. Before we went into placement, and we were in the theory block for I'd say a couple months. I started in April and I started placement in June. So yeah, we were in theory for a couple of months, and during that time we're obviously getting to know our classmates, getting to know our lecturers, and basically ticking off a lot of things that you needed to get done before placement. So we had to do occupational health, all our appointments. I had to get like 3 jabs for Hep B and some other stuff as well. And they do ask for your immunization records as well, and that is like mandatory. Like, you can't start placement without having those done. We also had some mandatory training, so moving and handling, and that's just like how to move patients, how to do beds, how to push beds around. Obviously in placement you'll be pushing like women from the room to theatre, or transferring them upstairs, or helping them out of the bed once they've, you know, had a cesarean section and things like that. So that was actually quite helpful. We also found out where we were going to be placed. So for midwifery, you do your training at the same hospital for 3 years, and I recently just found out that that's not the same for nurses. Like, they jump from different hospitals to hospitals, which is very scary. I would not like that at all. I'm very grateful that I get to do my placement at the same hospital for 3 years. I think that that's just better. I think for me personally, I don't have to get used to a new environment. It's just a new environment within the same hospital, and you end up seeing the same people anyway, so it's kind of comfortable. We also got introduced to the RCM, so we had a call with them. And for those of you who don't know, the RCM are the Royal College of Midwifery. Every sort of healthcare department has this. So you'll see Royal College of Obstetrics and Gynecology, Royal College of Anaesthetists. Basically, it's a community where you can connect with other student midwives and other midwives as well, and they throw on events. They have like really good e-learnings there as well. We had to complete some of those, and they're just basically there to support midwives and student midwives and maternity support workers. So it's a very, very good thing. You can sign up to be a member of them as well, so you get access to a lot of stuff. So yeah, that was really pretty much everything we done before placement. I think I had one assignment, but I'm going to talk about assignments later on. Okay, now we're going to talk about placement experience and what I kind of learned, what I did like, what I didn't like about placement. So placement ranged from about 3 to 5 weeks, and we pretty much covered most areas of maternity. There's only maybe a couple of areas that I haven't been in, like fetal medicine and some other specialized clinics, but I pretty much went round everywhere. I think we started off in the clinic and the labour ward, so we were literally thrown in at the deep end at my hospital. Let me tell you that I was not prepared. Yeah, so getting thrown into the wards straight away was like, whoa, jump scare, very scary. You know, you're seeing childbirth for the first time, you're hearing women screaming. I remember the first time I went onto the labour ward, and you're hearing women screaming. Obviously the labor, the contractions, everything's going on, so you're hearing people screaming in pain, and the midwives are just walking about their business, the doctors are walking about their business, no one seems phased. And I was just like, someone's dying. Obviously come to find out that it's just childbirth. Not just childbirth, but it's childbirth, and that's how it goes. And now I'm used to the screaming. It's very weird to say I'm used to hearing the sound of people scream, but that's how it goes. So I went to labour ward, as I said, birth centre. I was in community, which was so good. I loved community. I also was in the day assessment unit. I think I have a couple of vlogs of those. So I think I have vlogs in different places as well, so do check out my channel for those experiences. But yeah, I really loved placement time. It had its, you know, ups and downs, but I really loved immersing myself into the experience and getting the skills and practicing those skills and meeting different people. Like, it was a really, really, really good time. With every placement came its variety of shifts. So you could do nights, you could do long days, you can do short days, you can do a row of nights. I think I had like 1 week or 2 weeks where I had like 4 night shifts in a row. Guys, I was not prepared for the tiredness. That's one thing I'll say about placement. You are tired constantly. Like, you honestly get the real experience of what working as a midwife is. Your free time / social time, it is reduced compared to like other uni experiences or working a 9 to 5. Like, it's very reduced, because when you're out of your shift or when you're off, you just want to relax, you just want to sleep, you just want to catch up. You have work to do, maybe you have assignments to do as well. That's another thing. I didn't think that we would have assignments to do while we were on placement. That was very much a thing. So I would be on placement sometimes and I'd have to be working on my assignments or revising for an exam, and it's a lot to juggle, so you literally barely have time. I still wouldn't trade it for the world, obviously. Yeah, be aware that it can be very full on, and it is very full on. I'm sure you would hear this everywhere, but it is a great experience. Like, placement is such a great experience to get exposure to the healthcare world and learn more about midwifery and meet women. I've met some amazing women. I've had so many nice, lovely births. As you can see, we are on 9 births, which I'm really happy about for the end of first year. Lastly, about placement, I would say you need to be so organized, like super organized. You need to be on it with your time management, with your packing your bag, with your uniform, with everything. I found that when I'm not organized, I'm literally late. If you're not organized, you're going to be late. Like, if I didn't iron my uniform, or if I didn't like get my stuff ready, my bag ready the night before, then I'll be rushing around in the morning. And you need to get there, you need to make handover. Like, if you miss handover, you won't know what's going on during the day. You're going to have to catch up. Your supervisor's going to be catching you up when they should be doing something else. So it's kind of like not a good look. I'm not going to lie and say that I was organized all the time, because I was not. But I learned that organization is key, especially during placement, because there's so many things going on at once, especially in your mind. There's so many things. So being organized just helped a lot. Even at placement, you know, having your notebook and writing down things that you wanted to research later on, like, it was really helpful to be organized in that way. Okay, now I want to talk about like the theory and academia side of it. And it's really interesting because I have the perspective of doing a degree already and experiencing, you know, essays and exams and stuff at a uni level already. I would say personally the assignments weren't hard, but they did change them up. So obviously in my previous degree it was just essays or like group work, but mostly essays. In this degree, you're doing things like posters, presentations, group presentations, solo presentations. So compared to my first degree, this was very different. So I'd say the workload was lighter in terms of you didn't have to write so many words. Like, I was writing 3,000 word essays in my degree previously. In this year of midwifery, I found that we were doing maybe 1,000 to 2,000 words essays, and we had one exam. And then a lot of presentations, group presentations, solo presentations. Like, it was a lot of talking to the class, talking to your lecturers. I think that's because they want us to be more confident in talking in front of people. That's because obviously as you get more experience, you're going to be doing handovers, you're going to be doing talking to doctors, letting people know stuff, talking on the phone to women and stuff. So you do need to grow your confidence in those areas. So that's why I think we did a lot of group presentations and a lot of solo presentations as well, which actually really worked out well, because it does help, because you do those things in the placement environment as well. So, as I just said, you know, handover, etc. So yeah, a different variety of assignments, not really essay heavy. I loved the theory blocks because it was a good break from placement. You know, you got to see people again, because we would go like 3 to 5 weeks without seeing some of our classmates, which, you know, it was nice to come back and be group again and talk about our experiences and see what other people are experiencing and how it compares to yours. It was also really good to build on your knowledge, gain new knowledge, and then go back out into placement and then see those things in action and see the new things that you learn in action and then put those things into practice. So I did love the split. I don't know how much percentage it is. I feel like it was a 50-50 split. I don't know if that's completely accurate. I'm just going off how I felt like it was. We covered a lot of interesting topics as well in this degree, which I wasn't really expecting. I thought it would be more like, you know, learning about the anatomy, physiology, and about midwifery, but there was also some interesting things covered, like professionalism, and, you know, the history of midwifery and different things like that, which were nice things to learn and discuss. We had good discussions in class as well, which I really enjoyed. It really revealed to me how multifaceted midwifery is. Like, it's not just childbirth and doing your job as a midwife. There's a lot of nuance to it, and there's a lot of things to talk about and discuss, like the NMC code and NMC council and things, and Ockenden report. And I like that the degree doesn't shy away from topics that are current, like things that are going on right now, like staffing crisis and NHS crisis and things like that. The degree actually covers things like that. So it's not like you're sugar-coated from the world of midwifery. Like, the degree, the theory side also talks about things like that. So I really appreciated that. So I thought it'd be good to let you know my highs and lows of my first year. Overall, it's been such an amazing experience. I'm still so grateful every day that I've been able to come back to uni, completely change my career and do midwifery. Like, it's been so amazing. So if you are thinking about doing midwifery, please take this as your chance to look more into it and sign up and apply, because it's so good, you won't regret it. As I've said in a lot of my videos, it is hard and it is intense and it can get a lot and full on sometimes, but it's just so great. One of the highs that I would say about my first year as a student midwife has been the growth in confidence that I have experienced has been crazy. Like, even me doing this YouTube channel, Taiwo 2 years ago, what? Tell her to sit in front of a camera and talk and upload it online, she would cry and run away. I think it's down to talking to people every day. This role of being a midwife is very sociable. Like, you have to talk to people, even in the first appointment when people like book their pregnancy. You ask so many deep personal questions. You have to be like forthcoming. You can't be shy, you know, looking at people's vaginas. You can't be shy. They're shy. It would be so awkward. Like, imagine having an awkward midwife. So I really appreciated the fact that I grew my confidence this year, just even personally and socially. So that's a high. Another high was meeting new people. Like, guys, I've met some fantastic people. Like, and even though I've only had encounters with them once while I was looking after them, I would not forget them. Like, honestly, I wish I could tell you guys stories, but I obviously can't because of confidentiality. But you will meet some amazing people. You will come across like people from all walks of life, and you just get to talk to them and you hear their story, and it's just so interesting. And it's just like such a privilege to meet some of these people and to facilitate their births as well. Learning new skills has definitely been a high for me. Like, just being able to take blood, to be able to help deliver a baby, like, crazy. Making new friends and meeting new people has definitely been another highlight. Just, you know, you meet people that are going to be in the same situation as you, so you get to know them very quickly, you get to bond with them very quickly, and I've made some amazing friends in this course so far. Okay, I don't really want to call these lows, but I'm gonna say some things that were a bit like pressure points. Let's call them pressure points throughout the year that, you know, I thought would be worthwhile to mention, just so that it's not sugar-coated. First of all, finding a work-life balance is quite hard, especially if, like me, you are working part-time while doing this degree. So that was me pretty much up until the end of this first year. I've been working part-time. So I think finding the balance between doing that, doing placement, doing your assignments, doing work stuff, and having a social life, seeing my partner, seeing my friends, seeing my family, like finding that balance. I think that at certain points it was very hard, and it got very hard to do and to find it, but eventually you find your rhythm and you remove the things that don't work. So for me, I had to leave my part-time job. I did speak about that in another video, so you can have a look at that. Another pressure point, we don't want to call them lows, but a pressure point was like being exposed to like unfortunate events. So I have done some bereavement care. I have looked after some women who lost their babies sadly, and yeah, it's just not, obviously it's not nice, but you know you're going to be exposed to these things. But it's just when you are, and I didn't expect to be exposed to it so early on, like in my first year. I didn't expect that. So it showed me that, you know, midwifery is not always hunky-dory, like it's not always happy. It's sometimes can be a very devastating time in people's lives. And yeah, I guess that was like emotionally sometimes a lot to handle when you're exposed to sad things, or even like safeguarding issues, or seeing people that are, you know, struggling, but they're having a baby, and you know, they're kind of telling you things. And yeah, so that kind of thing, emotionally it was a bit tough. We felt the pressure to really step up, and even as a student, just be there for them in that moment and talk to them and things like that. So yeah, I wouldn't say it was a low, but I'd say pressure point. So guys, that is my experience as a first year student midwife. Bring on year 2. Overall, as I said, it's been amazing. I cannot wait to get into year 2. I can't wait to learn more, see more, have more babies. Yeah, it's been so good. As I said, I'm so grateful that I've had this opportunity. I've learned so much, I've matured, I've grown, I've met amazing people, I have developed myself. One thing about this course, it will push you to your core. Like, it will really challenge you, and I love a good challenge. So yeah, it's been great. I can't wait to show you guys more about second year and third year and onwards. I just wanted to give you guys a first year uni experience. I hope this has been helpful. If there was anything that I haven't covered, anything that you have questions about, please do leave them in the comments. I will answer any questions. I'm happy to answer them. For now, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.